Good morning. This is Chris Quiloe from Querétaro, Mexico. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope that if you're watching this in the replay, please subscribe, share, and just have fun. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go live in the next 5 weeks. Summer school, it's hard. So, normally, let me just go and change my own messages. Hello, Marty. Good morning. Thank you for coming. So I was saying, I'm not sure if I'm going to be live in the next 5 weeks. At least in the next 2 weeks is probably going to be impossible, because summer school, lots of work, lots of students. So what I normally do in 8 weeks, I'll have to do that in 10 days. So with that, you can more or less dimension a little bit of the work that I normally do for summer school. So 8 weeks comprised in 10 days with around 25, 27 students. So I have to really plan very well my lessons. It's like 5 hours every day from Monday to I'm thinking Monday to Thursday, but still. Fridays are going to be off, yeah, but that means that Friday going to be working. So I'm trying to find the colors for the background. My big stash of these are juniors, and I'm using their ones, but I normally separate them with a rubber band, and I didn't. So I'm trying to find here the colors. Okay. So I'm going to go live right now for around 1 hour. Then I'm going to let you go to have fun with Miriam because she's going to have a very special session. 20 minutes before or 15 minutes before I'm going to stop. I'm still going to have a big planning session today. So I won't be able to watch Miriam or anybody else here today. Sorry about that, guys. It's really a big planning day. Let me center these. I'm trying not to hit my desk lamp that I have here. There are still a lot of shadows, I know, and I hope I have enough battery here because the sun is coming out, but it's yet not giving me enough light here from my right. But I have my window open. You will be able to listen to the birds, the early neighbors, and have a little bit of relaxing time while I try to finish this. I think it's a salamander. Well, some say it's a lizard. For me, it's a salamander. So I hope you're having a good Sunday. After this session, I'm going to go fix breakfast. So I'll be able to watch just a little bit of what Miriam is doing. I probably won't be in the chat, but I'll be in the balcony. And then after I finish fixing my breakfast and eat it, of course, I'll have to go and finish preparing my last 5 hours for the next week with all the materials and supplementary activities and things like that. And then tomorrow, 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Now I'm not Central Time. Now on Mountain Time, I'll be in class for 5 hours. Okay. I don't know what happened to all the birds. They just flew. My neighbors across the street are selling their house. They were very good neighbors, and we are sad to see them go. But well, that's life. Okay. These colors are good. They are hard. They have a hard core, so they are difficult to blend. I have some issues with my live chat. So if I have a delay or I don't read your message fast enough, that's the situation. There's a big delay. So I have 2 internet providers, and I use one for streaming, and I use the other one for the live chat. So I can have more signal coverage. Hi, Dawn. Good morning. How are you? Thank you for coming. Let me just go very quickly and open the door because one of my cats is going crazy and he wants to enter. Okay. So I'm back. I hope I don't hit everything here. Okay, one cat out, one cat in, as usual. I'm going to try and move my acrylic because this is a good extension. So there you go. Probably let me see if I'm not moving and bumping this all around and then I'm getting you dizzy. Oh, Marty, are you? Oh my God. That's really scary. I don't like these pronoun things, but that's the only thing I'm going to say. I just don't like it. Okay, I'm not speaking much. I woke up late, as I mentioned. I was not really planning to come live. I don't have anything prepared except this salamander. And I don't have time to experiment. I'll show you later what I'm planning to do this week and that you will be able to see on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, I agree, Marty. I mean, if you have a name, use your name. If you don't like your name, just change your name and go for that. Yeah, this gender thing is it's just going crazy. I won't be able to, because of my camera angle, I'm checking here, I won't be able to move this much, but I hope that you can see it from there. Yeah, I'm happy I'm not any of those generations. Conflicted generations, of course. That's the only thing I can say. I think I'm Generation X. So, not perfect, but balanced. Thank you, Marty. Probably going to give this salamander a very, very nice orange color. Probably a neon color. I'm using markers. These markers that I have shown before. Very nice set of colors. And I'm using the pastels, the pastel set. Really nice. And the juniors. These ones that have two colors. For a coloring book, I really don't need to go and use the finest art material. It's going to stay here, it's not going to be framed, so it's not really necessary. Okay. I think all education in the future is going to either be affected by these ideologies and it's going to make a life more complicated for students, for teachers, and in general for all the faculty, I think. Because also the managers, the administrative staff will be affected by all these. Okay. Mm, I'll show you how to give this effect with these three colors that I have here. Oh, I missed this finger. I lost Dawn. What happened to you that you're getting back to normal? I haven't been able to watch a lot of lives in or videos in the last week due to my class preparation, some training courses, doctor appointments, of course. Oh my god, that's not nice. I'm glad that you're feeling better. It really affects not only the person who's sick, but everybody around. Doesn't matter who they are in the family. Everything is affected. Both those things are just horrible, you know. Both the rash, fevers. Ooh, I just don't like that. And as you said, if it's mysterious, it's even worse because you cannot name or assume what that was. Oh, okay. But it's not confirmed. So when something is not confirmed, it's a little bit scarier, I think. Who's sending me a message at this time of the day? I hope it's not one of my sisters. No, it's an automatic message from HEB because we are in a hot sale. Uh, well, we have been in a hot sale this week, so they are sending promos. But as I have it activated, then gets me early messages because the hot sale finishes tomorrow. Okay. Oh my God, Dawn, that's just so difficult. That's something that it's really scary when you're the caretaker and then somebody has to take care of you. Then the situation is very, very dramatic because you get a lot of anxiety due to that. I'm not speaking much, so I can let you uh, listen to the birds outside. It's 6 a.m. here, so this is normally what I wake up and get up with to start my day. Oh my God, but so happy that things are getting back to normal. And that you got support from your community and things like that. Thank you, Marty. Thank you so much for the hearts. I'll need them for all the week. Send me good vibes. Going to go to the eye doctor next Saturday, like 20 miles from here. So I hope that everything is fine because I don't want to go back. So I don't drive in traffic. So my other cat is just going nuts with all the birds. He comes upstairs. He looks through the curtains and the windows to try and see if he can catch a bird, but of course it's impossible. And then he runs back downstairs to the other windows because they are closer down there. So he's really fun to watch. We normally get sparrows here. I think that's the name. So I have seen like 2 or 3 couples, if we can call them like that. And I think they are nesting nearby. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you for the compliments here. Oh, Marty, big disruption. Try not to be this perfectionist with these, but I like soft look in coloring pencils. Sometimes I like the texture of the paper, and some other times I just like the blending until it's really soft and smooth. This dark green is a budget color. It's this set. Really, really budget color. But it's good. Nice, sharp, thin tip for going into these details. And also welcome to all the lurkers. Thank you if you're listening. I hope that you like the sound of the birds and somehow my scattery chat. It's not very logic what I'm saying today. It's too early in the morning. And I haven't had coffee, so I'm not officially awakened yet. That's a great suggestion, Don. Go ahead, Marty. I love your scent angles. They're really nice. sun is coming out. So very soon I'm going to have beautiful bright light. I went hiking to the lake last night at dusk, convinced my dad to go for a small hike, and we saw the full moon. And when it was coming out, the last orange red sunlights were just hitting the face of the moon, and it just looked pink. It was just amazing. I couldn't take a photo because I forgot my phone at home. And when I asked my dad if he had his phone, he reached for it, and we discovered it was dead, no battery, so we couldn't take any pics. But if it doesn't rain today, we're going to try and do the same thing. It's going to be full moon, but it's going to be close to, so we'll try to see if we can get a similar picture. Might not be possible, but we'll try. People prefer to hike during this time that is really hot, during the afternoons. We normally reach from 88 to 90 Fahrenheit before midday. So I was doing some errands yesterday and I left my house early, 9 a.m., and it was already, I'm trying to think, it was already like 86 Fahrenheit. And by the time we got back home, it was close to 1 p.m. and we were in 90 Fahrenheit. Just the air conditioner, no, the air conditioning of the car was not enough. I can tell you just that. The good thing is that all the stores have this cool air, and so when we enter, we were like, this is so nice in here. But I had some dairy products in the car, so I couldn't stay longer, and I was rushing my dad, and I was like, we have to hurry up, Daddy, because remember that we have cream and cheese in the car, so we have to hurry up and go to the next store. Hopefully they survive. My car is good with that. The trunk doesn't get that hot. But it was a nightmare, really. Getting inside the car and, okay, turn it on. Turn on the air conditioning. Okay, let's go. Ooh, that's really hot. In the north of Mexico, it normally gets to those temperatures or more. So we are center Mexico. We are kind of in the middle of the country. So it's the same, kind of the same amount of kilometers going south, going north. So there you go. So that's why you see a lot of families hiking in the afternoon, dogs, of course. By the lake, there's an open auditorium, so normally during this season they program the people in the area, they program concerts and outdoor activities. Last Saturday there was a band. I couldn't really record that much or share it on YouTube or any other social network because, copyrighted music. But it was a nice concert. 60s, 70s, and 80s music in Spanish. Popular artists from the time. I took my dad, he was very happy listening to the music. It started raining, so we had to run back home. We're not so far away from the lake, but we had to run back home. And we could even listen to the music from our house. So we were there just listening from one of the windows. My dad was singing. Well, he says he was singing. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, Brenda. Welcome and thank you for coming. As usual, please like the video, subscribe, share. Not so much chat here from my side, so you can listen to the birds. Not so many around, by the way. They are already flying to the lake. Great. Let me just make an experiment here. Oh, it's still too dark to turn this off. I think they did, Marty, but because it's a very, very popular hit song here. But I don't recall listening to it. Because I was not necessarily all the time listening to the window, or while we were watching them in the lake. It was more dedicated to the 80s part. It's very fun to see how my lighting changes now that the sun is coming out. So that's why it jumps that much. Yes, Brenda. With color pencils, everything is layers. But if you take this from my perspective, it's a very, very nice technique to meditate. Just go and make small circles. Don't think about it too much. And just add color after color. It will start looking good after some layers. That flock you're listening in the background, they are always here at this time of the day. and they come back in the evening to sleep in one of the trees nearby. I always do this. I always go and jump from one section to the other. If it helps, Don, I cannot play music while I stream, but whenever I do this off camera, I normally play very slow tempo music. So that really helps me to color at, how can I say, the rhythm, following the rhythm of the music. So I try to choose something that is really, really a very slow tempo, not with a lot of rush. And after some time, my coloring adapts, the movement of my hand adapts to the rhythm of the music. And there are really, really nice channels that you can find here on YouTube that play 24/7. The one that I normally use is, and I'm going to advertise and I'm not going to get paid for this, it's Luffy Girl. So I'm going to put it in the chat. And this channel has got some videos or some recordings with very, very slow tempo music. The main channel is for studying, so the music is supposedly to help you study. But there are also some music collections in the channel. Okay, oh, really fast. I've been here 40 minutes. You lose track of time. Certainly. I hope I can finish the background before I have to go, or at least before Miriam comes on. So I can show you the future project that I'll be doing this week. Not everything will be grading. At least Monday and Tuesday will be more relaxed when I come back from summer school. I won't have to grade that much, but starting Wednesday, that's when things are going to pile up. The recorded videos, the writings, those are the ones that are going to take some time. So I've chosen just very, very small projects to relax because I have to take breaks while I grade. So I'm working 45 to 50 minutes and then relax 10 or 15 depending on the frequency that I choose. And normally in those 10-15 minutes I do some exercises. As I work using screens, I look out the window and I try to focus on distant landmarks so I can rest my eyes. And then I go and refresh them with some eye solution, natural ones, natural teardrops. And then I'll work just a little bit with color and then go back to marking or reading or whatever I need to do. Okay. Hi, Dini. Good morning. Thank you for coming. Welcome. Let me see. Didn't change that much, did it? I have yellow light. I have blue light. That is the one that I like. And I have a very intense one. I think I'm going to turn it off. Checking my time. But I don't want to rush this bit. It's not that much, but I don't want to rush it. I think my hand is really giving me a big shadow, so I'm going to use this yellow light, trying to compensate the yellow that is coming from the window, and that is going to start reflecting this. Okay. Nico the cat is here. He's the one who is going nuts with all the birds right now. For him, it's cat TV early in the morning. Okay. Just be patient with your layers and you're going to have fantastic results. Understand your pencils, some of them have harder cores like the pentel ones, and they are so good for small details, especially if you're working in the books of Johanna Basford. She's really doing tiny details. And if your book has got bigger details, then consider soft pastels with fixative. Don't discriminate the Prismacolor Juniors. They have very nice tips. They don't need to be sharp. They need to be blunt so they can cover bigger areas. Very cheap ones. I don't go for something that is fancy. I'm just really careful with them. I use these for the budget pencils, budget pencil sharpeners as well. And for, I don't have them here, but I think I have some examples. For the other ones, I think this one is still, yeah, I think you can see it here. I tried to use this one for the ink tents, and it just didn't work very well. So for other pencils, I use artistic blades or something like that to just expose the pigment and try not to eat a lot of pigment. These things eat pigment. So for expensive pencils, I don't really mind if they look like this. What I really care is to save the pigment, so I use a knife, a blade, to sharpen them. Save pigment. As long as you are careful when you sharpen any pencil, then you are going to keep them. Both the wood and the colors, they'll be fine. And this, well, this one is very cheap, but the one that I've shown you before, this brand, MAPED, they have got different sizes. They have got big and small as well. I have small ones. Just change them as much as you need. That a sharpener is not supposed to last. These are disposable. The moment you notice that the wood is not soft anymore, just throw it away. And if it accumulates a lot of wax, one way to clean them is to use graphite pencil. Sharp it, and it will keep the blade just a little longer. But anyway, these are disposable. Just go and throw them. That's why I don't go and buy very expensive ones. It's not worth it. The electric ones just eat your pencils like crazy. They give you beautiful tips, but they just eat your pencils like crazy. If you don't mind spending a lot of money in new pencils, go ahead. There are some that are manual, but I don't like them that much. I think they also eat a lot of pencil. So I just buy a lot of these. Right now that is going to be school season again in the supermarkets. The moment the kids finish school, they are going to put this out. And I just go and get a lot, like 3 blisters, and they last for a long time. But the most important thing I can tell you is to know your pencils, to know your tools, to have different tools for whatever you're doing, not just one, and get to know your materials. All right, these are good also for surfaces. They're blunt. I really don't sharpen these too much. And because the cores are 4 millimeters or close to 4 millimeters, they're good for covering areas. For small areas, buy something like this that you can sharpen to a nice tip and just go in and color those fine, tiny details that you have. And if you need to cover big areas like these around, I will not cover this one, but like these, just go around and use pastels, spray some fixative to protect it from smearing, and you're fine. Use a paper to cover previous drawings. I'll show them to you in a minute. Because I want to finish this. I think it's almost done. Most important thing, if you make a mistake, just don't trash all the page or feel bad about it. It's just a learning experience. You're getting to know your tools, you're experimenting. Don't be afraid to experiment. Some books can be replaceable, some books have new editions, or you can get a new book. I don't find it particularly interesting to paint the same drawing again just because you made a mistake. I find that boring. I prefer just to go and do something new. So let me just pull this. It's going to be upside down because the salamander is looking the other way around. But you can get to see how it looks more or less. Full screen. Some bits missing. But this is what I mentioned about covering or material that you have painted before. I'm going to try and show you. When you have pages that are like this, already painted, colored, just find a piece of paper to cover this up. If you think it will smear or something, just go and do it. I have a lot of things here. I removed the papers, but in some, especially this one that has got pastels, these are very likely to smear on the other page. So this covers this enough, but just have fun. Use different pages. Hi, Mrs. Gigi. Good morning. Welcome. Okay. So before Miriam goes on, because she's going to be on in 15 minutes, I'm going to show you what I'll be working this week. First, I'm going to show you the one that I couldn't finish live last week. This was Inktense here in the background, and pastels. Hello, Dana. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for coming. And that's why I say don't underestimate the material. A lot of colorists say, Prismacolor Junior, for students, blah, 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 blah. These guys is Prismacolor Junior pastels and normal. It is your mastery of the tool, not the tool itself. You can have a polychroma set. You can have the 150 Prismacolor set. You can have the Pablos, the Holbeins, you name it. But if you do not practice, if you don't master your coordination, your layering, it doesn't matter if it's the most expensive material on the planet, it will not look good. And I have seen that. So this is done. In class on Wednesday, we work with gouache. And this is the cheapest gouache I can find in Mexico. And I'm going to show it to you. Okay, it's a very good brand. It's a very good gouache brand, but it's really the cheapest brand. This one is like $2 in the art store. And this, you have it here. I have this, which is considered good. Schminkel is the best, but this is good quality wash. And I got this one, and I'm going to start using it, but you can start and you can do wonders with cheap material. So don't underestimate the material, just practice. And the two projects that I'm going to finish this week will be from this one. It's very faint. You might not be able to see my lines. I'm trying to see if I can, but I suppose you can see some faint lines there. These are macaroons, and I'm going to be using watercolors, and I'm going to be testing this set of pastels. So this is a Mexican brand of pastels that I have just got. So they are 72 pastel colors. They are really nice. I mean, this is really nice. I mean, look at this. This is really cool. And there is another tray here. So there you go. Bye, Marty. Thank you very much for coming. I'm about to finish also. I'm about to close this. So, hi, Vanessa. Welcome. Good morning. So that's the project for next week. And the second project is going to be on black paper. This one, again, I'm going to go and test my pastels and the juniors. I won't be using premiers here. Okay. So those are my 2 projects, more than enough considering the amount of work for summer school for the people who are just coming in. Summer school starts tomorrow. What I normally do in 8 weeks, I have to do it in 10 days. So that's why I will not be streaming in the next 2 weeks, probably. And this is an experiment. It's going to be a B. So let's see how it goes. And I will finish this guy here also. And this one is with these guys. This was a birthday present. So that's what I'll be doing this week. As I told you, my chat is delayed, so I'm trying to cope and try not to lose your messages. So sorry if I didn't see you in time, but here we are. So we're going to finish this guy with Faber-Castell. So those are the plans. I couldn't finish another project that I was working with, and because we have very little time before Miriam comes on, I don't want to show it because it would be very, very cruel to show this project that is right now in process and then let you wait for probably 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more, to see an update or to see it finished. But I think that here I'm just missing some details, so that's why I'm not showing the other project. I don't even want to mention what it is because I'll say it will be very, very cruel. That's a project that I probably won't even update in Facebook or Instagram because of the detail it needs. But as soon as I can advance and get through the experimentation phase, then I will take you through that project. Okay. Thank you very much, Dana. Thank you very much, Brenda, that you're sharing this, okay, with me also. And I'll try to be in the balcony for the rest of the day. I don't promise I'll be active in the chats. I'll be just probably lurking and getting the material that I miss. I still miss to prepare 5 hours for my next week. That's the class that corresponds to Thursday. I'm going to have Fridays off, but I think that with this, I will close the session today. And it's going to be time to go. And I'll see you at Miriam's stream. She's going to do something special for her 200 subscribers or something like that. Okay. So thank you very much for coming. You will see the lizard, salamander, whatever you like, finished. And time to go and fix my breakfast and eat and continue working. So thank you very much, guys, for coming, and see you. Bye-bye.